We're talking about Chinese AI in Texas. It's February 17th, 2025, and these are your headlines. Attorney General Ken Paxton started an investigation into DeepSeek. Maybe you've heard of it. It's an AI company with ties to the Chinese Communist Party. The investigation focuses on DeepSeek's privacy practices and its claims of rivaling advanced AI models like OpenAI or ChatGPT. Paxton notified DeepSeek that its platform violates the Texas Data Privacy and Security Act. As part of the probe, he's issued a civil investigative demands to Google and Apple, requesting their analyses of the DeepSeek application and related documentation. The Attorney General expressed concerns about DeepSeek's potential to act on behalf of the CCP, saying that DeepSeek appears to be no more than a proxy for the CCP to undermine American AI dominance and steal the data of our citizens. DeepSeek's privacy policy reveals that user data is stored on servers in China, raising, of course, significant security issues about data. Paxton banned DeepSeek's platform from all Office of the Attorney General devices in January due to security concerns, and Governor Greg Abbott also banned DeepSeek from state-issued devices shortly after, expressing concern about how the collected data could be used beyond the app's primary functions. One lawmaker is advocating for the creation of a higher education research security council in order to promote secure research and mitigate espionage. According to a new report, Texas now leads the nation with 16 Tier 1 research institutions. These universities, according to Carnegie classifications, must spend at least $50 million on research and award at least 70 research doctorates each year. Senate Bill 1273, filed by Senator Brian Hughes, would establish a higher education research security council to develop policies to strengthen Tier 1 research security. Now, the legislation says that the council may also create an accreditation process to recognize Tier 1 institutions with excellent security and develop an annual security training program that includes education related to conducting background checks for researchers and useful tools to prevent intellectual property theft. Under the law, the council would serve both public and private institutions of higher education. You might remember a recent House Select Committee on securing Texas from hostile foreign organizations identified 4 key threats to research security. Threats included foreign gifts and contracts, researchers and talent recruitment programs, compromised technology when traveling, and exploited research partnerships. If this Senate Bill 1273 passes, the Higher Education Research Security Council would meet at least once each quarter and be prohibited from soliciting or accepting gifts from China, Iran, North Korea, Russia, or any other country designated as a country of concern by the United States Secretary of State.
Hey folks, Chris Salcedo here. I've got something special for you, the Salcedo Storm podcast. As your friendly, liberty-loving Latino, I bring you a mix of engaging discussions to help us fight for our state and our conservative values. It's the perfect way to stay informed and engaged in what's happening around you. So, what are you waiting for? Don't miss out on the storm of information and entertainment coming your way. The Salcedo Storm podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts.
Harris County DA Sean Tier has dismissed charges against 8 former police officers involved in the Harding Street raid, citing insufficient evidence for conviction. That's led to heated exchanges with former DA Kim Ogg, who has accused him of undermining accountability. So, for some context, in October of 2024, now former Harris County District Attorney Kim Ogg, who was a Democrat, re-indicted 8 former Houston Police Department officers in connection with an alleged overtime corruption scandal. This came just a week after Gerald Goins, the HPD officer responsible for the controversial 2019 Harding Street raid, was sentenced to 60 years in prison with the possibility of parole in 30 years. He was convicted on 2 counts of felony murder in a raid that took place on January 28, 2019, when HPD conducted no-knock raid on the home of Dennis Tuttle and his wife, Rogina Nicholas. The raid was authorized based on a fabricated story from Goins, who initially claimed he had witnessed an informant purchasing heroin from Tuttle. Later, Goins changed his story, claiming he was the one who had bought the drugs. Regardless of his conflicting statements, the judge later admitted that the raid wouldn't have been authorized if not for those claims. The raid resulted in the tragic deaths of Tuttle, Nicholas, and their dog, as well as injury to 5 HPD officers. Well, last week, new Democrat Harris County District Attorney Sean Tier, who beat Kim Ogg in the Democrat primary last year, decided to drop all charges against the 8 former officers involved in the case, citing a lack of sufficient evidence to secure convictions. For more of today's stories, go to TexasScorecard.com.